Really did. Got to take a nice long bike ride, and my husband cooked a full-on meal for my fabulous family. All the moms together getting spoiled. So it was a really, really great day. I hope you had a great day too. It's not great for everybody, so I have a lot of empathy for that. Not great for people who have lost their moms or lost a child oof, or like don't get along with their mom. Could be a lot of different things. But anyway, I had a great day. And today was, back to the grind. And I was thinking how one gets a job with no experience. Of course, there's a reason I'm thinking about that. I just interviewed a wonderful gentleman from the Ukraine. He's only been here for 6 months, just learned the language. He has a master's degree and he's very, very smart and very creative. But like, how does he get a job when he has no experience here in the United States? Isn't that horrible? Like, that even has to be a consideration, but that's reality. You have to have some type of experience or luck or meet somebody like me who might like hook you up with something. And for him, he's going to do a fabulous internship with 13th Avenue Media, Dr. Whisperer's media company. So, how do you get that job? I always reference this when I'm interviewing people that don't have experience. And this is often because I've done a lot of recruiting over the years for clients. And when I was the boss in the last two positions that I was in, and I would look at resumes, which is the only shot that you have to get a job, which is very sad. Or be innovative and like do a video of yourself. That would be very innovative. And you should do that if you're looking for a job. And, I referenced that people can't get a credit card without having any credit. It seems quite ridiculous, right? So how do you get credit without a credit card? It's tough, right? So it's the same thing with getting a job. Most people want you to have experience. They want you to have lots of experience, like an outrageous amount of experience. And most people just pull the number of years of experience that they want out of their butt. It's not even like a rule. Like, I think I want somebody with 10 years experience. Okay, client boy. So how do you do that? Well, here's a few suggestions. Work for free. If there's something you want to do or you want to be, call somebody and ask them how you can bring them value for free. That is really great advice. And I know Gary Vaynerchuk talks about that a lot, but that is for real. How are you going to get hired as a graphic designer if you have no graphic design experience? If you can't show a portfolio, how are you going to be a medical assistant in a company that's been in existence for 20 years when you just got out of school? You have no experience. How are you supposed to get that experience without an experience? Your externship, yeah, most people don't care about that for some reason in the medical community. But if you get an externship or an internship, there is a good possibility you're going to get hired if you do your job well, if you show up, if you don't complain. The funny thing about internship or externships is that some people don't take it very seriously. So they just like late or they don't come in because they know they're not getting paid. But they are getting paid years of experience that if they had somebody to be a reference for them, it's pretty magical. So hello to my one viewer. It's nice to see you. We're talking about how you can get a job with no experience. So what's on your resume? And what are people going to look at that might turn them off? There's a bunch of things. Doesn't turn me off. I like things that are outrageous. I like people that are from other countries. Because that just shows me that they're probably a really hard worker. I like people that have had different industries on their resume. I like people that maybe have moved from one state to another. I really like people that have been a business owner and couldn't take being a business owner anymore. Then they really appreciate having a job. So how to get a job with no experience. So you really have to be I highly recommend looking at companies that you would want to work for and tell them you will work for free. 3 months minimum, and gain as much experience as you can. And if you're doing a good job for them, ask them for things like a letter of recommendation, a job, a reference, a testimonial if you have a portfolio on a website. Um, it could be a lot of things, but these types of things will get you in the door. So I'll give you an example of how somebody got a job. It's one of many stories that I have, but I got a call from a friend who asked me if I could mentor somebody. She was a bartender at night, and she was selling copy machines or printers during the day. And she hated it. Okay. Really, really hated it. So we met a bunch of times. I found out things that she loved, and I had a lot of questions as to why that she hated, because we spend most of our time working. So why not enjoy that time? This is something I will never understand about people. So she told me that she loved the financial industry, which was shocking to me too. And I said, well, I might know a few people in that industry. Why don't I teach you how to pitch yourself and how to say things that maybe this VP would like to hear you say? She did this pitch at a group that I was running the event for. This woman came up to me and said, who is that girl? I'd really like to meet her. She seems very dynamic. And now she works there. Not only does she work there, but she got a raise just recently and a promotion. So you never know what a mentoring program can do, what somebody that already has a large network can do for you. But I'm going to highly recommend that you start thinking about you have a job. Instead of complaining that you don't have a job, why don't you go do something about it until something comes along? Like learn, get experience at a real job. So those are my tips for today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the weekend, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Ciao.